Did you know that a chance encounter changed the lives of countless American boys? Join us as we uncover the story behind the founding of the Boy Scouts of America. William Dixon Boyce was born on June 16, 1858, in New Texas, Pennsylvania, a small community that would eventually become Plumboro. He grew up in a family that valued hard work, as his parents owned a farm, instilling in him a strong sense of responsibility and an appreciation for the outdoors. When Boyce turned 16, he began teaching school in his nearby community, managing young minds while also working as a coal miner for a short period. His thirst for knowledge led him to Wooster Academy in Ohio, where he studied for a year, though it remains unclear whether he graduated. After his time at school, Boyce ventured into business, eventually finding himself in Chicago, where he founded the Mutual Newspaper Publishing Company and later the Saturday Blade, a weekly newspaper aimed at rural readers. By the mid-1890s, the Saturday Blade boasted a circulation of over 500,000 copies per week, primarily sold by newsboys. Boyce was not only a successful businessman but also a fierce advocate for the welfare of his workers, especially the newsboys. He championed labor rights and implemented fair practices in his businesses, which became an important part of his identity as he accumulated wealth by the early 1900s. By this time, Boyce had become a multi-millionaire and was able to focus on civic affairs and personal interests, which included traveling and undertaking adventurous expeditions. His numerous ventures took him to South America, Europe, and Africa, where he further explored the world beyond his newspaper empire. In 1909, William D. Boyce embarked on a 2-month expedition to Europe, seeking to document his notable travels, while also looking to explore new opportunities for his publishing business. His adventurous spirit led him to London, but little did he know that a seemingly mundane event was about to change the course of many young lives. While navigating through the thick London fog, Boyce became lost and sought help. Out of the mist appeared a young Boy Scout who kindly offered to guide him back to his destination, embodying the very spirit of scouting. After reaching his destination, Boyce offered the scout a tip, but the boy humbly refused, stating he was merely doing his duty. This encounter left a profound impact on Boyce, inspiring him to delve deeper into the concept of youth development and the scouting movement. Motivated by this experience, Boyce sought out the headquarters of the Boy Scouts in London. There, he gathered literature about the scouting program, particularly Robert Baden-Powell's writings that emphasized self-reliance, citizenship, and outdoor skills. Boyce returned to America with newfound inspiration for an organization that would instill similar values in American youth. By February 8, 1910, he took the significant step of incorporating the Boy Scouts of America, aiming to promote the same ideals he encountered during his travels. The incorporation of the Boy Scouts of America, BSA, on February 8, 1910, marked the beginning of a new era for youth development in the United States. As William D. Boyce took pivotal steps to establish the organization, he faced numerous early challenges, including securing adequate funding and visionary leadership. In the initial months, the BSA struggled financially, relying heavily on Boyce's personal contributions of $1,000 a month to keep the organization afloat. This commitment demonstrated his belief in the potential impact of scouting on American youth, regardless of race or background. The BSA needed effective leadership to grow, and Boyce welcomed assistance from organizations with similar goals. The merger with the Sons of Daniel Boone and Woodcraft Indians brought in experienced leaders who helped solidify the organization's foundation and expand its outreach. With the organizational structure taking shape, Boyce focused on the core values that would define scouting: self-reliance, citizenship, and resourcefulness. These principles aimed to guide boys toward becoming responsible, engaged citizens, prepared to face life's challenges. The Boy Scouts of America started to gain traction, capturing the interest of many American youth and their families. By the end of 1910, the organization had already enrolled tens of thousands of boys across the nation, signaling its growing influence. As the BSA continued to expand, Boyce's vision for youth development began to take form. This organization aimed to foster leadership and skills that youth could carry into adulthood, making a significant impact on their communities and the nation as a whole. The aftermath of incorporating the Boy Scouts of America, BSA, was a transformative period for youth development in the United States. The organization quickly established its presence, positively impacting the lives of countless children across the nation. By the end of 1910, membership in the BSA surged, with tens of thousands of boys eagerly joining troops across the country. This growth exemplified the increasing interest in scouting and its fundamental values of self-reliance and community. As scouting gained popularity, the need for additional programs and activities became evident. Boyce's commitment to offering diverse experiences encouraged scouts to engage in various ventures, reinforcing their leadership and citizenship skills. However, the BSA faced challenges in its early years regarding funding and leadership. Some organizational hurdles needed resolution, prompting Boyce to continue his personal investment while rallying support from community leaders and citizens. In January 1915, Boyce founded the Lone Scouts of America, LSA, to cater to rural boys who lacked opportunities for joining local troops. This initiative further demonstrated Boyce's dedication to reaching every child, regardless of their circumstances. The LSA quickly gathered momentum, achieving a membership of over 30,000 within the first year. The program emphasized principles similar to those of the BSA, extending opportunities to boys who might otherwise miss out on such experiences. The eventual merger between the BSA and LSA in June 1924 only solidified the impact that Boyce had on American youth. His contributions to scouting fostered growth, teamwork, and leadership skills in the boys, shaping a generation of engaged citizens.